The Warriors didn't need an amazing day from Steph Curry to still win, as they had two players, including Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole, who both scored over 30 points as the Warriors beat the Raptors last night as they improve to 15-2 on the year. Welcome back to the NBA Recap. I'm your host, Evan, and this is another episode of our NBA Recap. We're going to try to do this every single day for the rest of the NBA season. So if you like this, like, subscribe, and comment if you have any suggestions. We're going to be breaking down the 5 games that happened last night, including the Raptors and Warriors game, like I mentioned in the start. But we're going to start with our close games to start it out. We had a 6-point game score differential between the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks. The Knicks had an amazing day for Julius Randle as he put up 34 points and 10 rebounds. But his team did not help him out, as no one on the starting 5 put up more than 10 points. And RJ Barrett, though, did get 15 rebounds, but only 9 points. The bench helped out a lot, though. Isaiah Quickly with 12, Obi Toppin with 10, and Alexander Burks with 13. But that was it for the Knicks, as the Bulls put on a show. DeMar DeRozan with 31 and 6, as well as 5 and 2 steals, and Zach LaVine with 21, 6 and 4, and Lonzo Ball with 11, 6 and 5. And Kobe White off the bench with 14. Zach are really working a lot now, and they are playing extremely well. They got some help from their bench, and that was the big thing. DeMar DeRozan's just been so good recently. This guy has showed up a lot. He has just been playing amazing. He's been actually shooting well, which is a big weakness in his game. He was playing some defense, had 2 steals, like I said. And he is shooting, he's getting in the paint, and he's scoring like a machine. And yeah, all right, to start it out, it was Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan who did put on a show today in the big 3 for them, as LaVine feeds it down. Ball feeds it down to LaVine as he does I don't really know what to call that, an under-over dunk, as DeMar DeRozan can literally pave a path right down the middle of the paint, as there was no one there to help guard him. In this game, the Bulls had a ton of dunks. LaVine again with another one. Got his forehead over the rim, as the Bulls only had 9 turnovers compared to the Knicks 13, and had a much higher 3-point percentage, almost by 12% more. It was technically 13 because it's 37.9%. As the Bulls beat the Knicks 109-103, as the Bulls advanced to 12-5, and the Knicks dropped to 9-8. These Bulls had a slightly higher field goal percentage, but besides that, they were better in every other category: assists, rebounds, free throw, 3-point, less turnovers. They were rolling. And Kobe White really helped out in the fourth quarter, as he gets 10 points in the 14 points in the fourth quarter for the Bulls, 10 points of his 14 points in the fourth quarter, which really, really, really impacted the game. And the big thing was the Knicks came into the last quarter up by a little bit, but the Bulls just outscored the Knicks in the last one. All right, so now let's go to our next game. We have the Warriors versus the Raptors. Like I mentioned in the intro, Stephen Curry didn't put up the best day. Only 13 points for himself. Not really Steph Curry-like, but who cares? For the Warriors, this guy had some help from Andrew Wiggins. Coming home, by the way, because he's from Canada, put up 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, as well as Jordan Poole going for a 33-point day for himself. Steph Curry just needed kind of a break more. He did not shoot very well. I feel like the Raptors know how to guard Steph Curry because of the finals. But Curry was happy. He was excited. Didn't have the best day, but he still put up 12 points. The only problem was he went 2 for 10 from field goal, which really impacted the game for himself. Andrew Wiggins muscles his way through. Curry, sidestep, step back, 3, bang. Steve Mihailuk, I don't know. He's pretty decent on his career. Mihailuk had 7 points in the game. Chris Boucher had 10 off the bench, as well as Fred VanVleet putting up 17 and 4. Scotty Barnes with 10 and 13, another double-double of his career. And Pascal Siakam with 21 and 6. I feel like Siakam's been amazing this year. As coming back off of his injury, he had that 33-point game the other day and just adds another one to his resume with a 21-point game. He's been good, and if he can stay like this, he can actually be one of the better players in the league. Andrew Wiggins, this man is knocking down threes, and he is looking like an actual, what the first overall pick should be. He's not a star of a team. He's not the next LeBron, like people say, but he is damn good, and he showed it tonight. Maple Jordan with 32 for himself. Amazing day. The only problem is the Raptors could not come back from this one. VanVleet hits an open 3. The only problem is the Warriors are leading in every single category. Leading in free throws, 3-point, field goal, technically turnovers, assists, and rebounds. As Maple Jordan gets up and slams it down for the last point for the Warriors as they win 119-104. The Raptors drop down to 8-10, and the Warriors go up to 15-2, the best record in the league, and they are showing to be a surefire playoff candidate team right now as they are playing amazing. Keep in mind, the Warriors don't have Klay Thompson back, and when he comes back, say goodbye to the league as they could be on a roll. Because they are on one now, and they can stay on this. They can be a force to be reckoned with for the year. Our next game, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks have been pretty good this year. With Luka Doncic out right now, though, did not really help out that. But they did score 91 points against the Clippers as Doncic did not play today. But Porzingis did. 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists, and Jalen Brunson with 21 points for himself. Luka Doncic, I don't think he's injured, it just says he's inactive right now. Paul George gets his his forehead over the rim as he slams one down and does kind of giving flashes of Pacers. Paul George, I don't know, looked kind of like it. As the Clippers win 97-91 against the Mavericks. The Clippers go to 10-7 and the Mavericks go to 9-7. The Clippers are doing pretty good without Kawhi Leonard right now. A lot of people thought they'd have a big drop. They wouldn't do well. But Paul George has been the man, and he was tonight. 29 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal, as well as Reggie Jackson with 23, 2, and 4. Jackson could put on the bow down, and he deserves it. Honestly, he had an amazing day, 23 for himself. And Isaiah Zubac with 16 and 10. As the Clippers in total just played a better game. They had more rebounds, more turnovers, which is the big one. But this is the big one. 41.4% from 3 compared to the Mavericks 20 for their team. As that was the big contributor because they can shoot. Paul George went 3 for 8 from 3-point, but Reggie Jackson 4 for 8. They had Kenya Leonard with 3 for 8, 2 for 4 from Terrence Mann, and that's all I need to hear. As that was a good game from the Clippers, and they deserve the win on that one. We have the struggling Lakers versus the terrible Pistons. I think anyone could beat the Pistons. They do have 4 wins on the year, which is kind of disappointing for the teams that lost to them. But it's fine. LeBron James, though, was ejected for drawing blood from Mosiah Stewart's face, sending the superstar to the locker room early in the third quarter, but his teammates picked up his slack as James had 10, only in 21 minutes, had 10 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists, but his teammates helped him out a ton. Russell Westbrook with 26, 9, and 10. I think I should count that as a triple-double. He was 1 more rebound away from getting it. LeBron James got in that scuffle, like I mentioned before, and Isaiah Stewart was not happy. He tried to find LeBron and tried to get him back in any way, shape, or form, but his whole team was holding him back. Anthony Davis with 30, 10, and 6, 4, and 5 as well. This guy was amazing. 4 steals and 5 blocks, by the way. Only on 2 turnovers. And Westbrook, his big one tonight. Only 3 turnovers for his day. Didn't have the best efficiency, going 10 for 21. But it's okay, as they also got Carmelo Anthony off the bench. The bench shooter with 18 and 2. Went 5 for 8 from 3-point. And he was amazing. The Lakers in total shot a 32.3 from 3-point. The Pistons were slightly better, as you see right now. Isaiah Stewart is trying to run away and trying to get LeBron back, but I don't know what he's trying to do. He's kind of just messing with himself. I don't know. The Lakers, though, did have a better game. 4% better field goal, better free throws, more turnovers, but they had more rebounds and more assists, which really helped them out. Sorry for the whole damn thing being just Isaiah Stewart having a mental breakdown, but whatever. The Lakers won, and that's the big one. We're going to stay in the West as we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Denver Nuggets. The Suns have been good recently, as they are on a 9-game winning streak right now. They go to 13-3 on the year, as they are 10 games over 500, and they're showing why they were in the finals. The Nuggets didn't advance. They had another game without Nikola Jokic, and this is the reason why they're kind of losing more. The Suns, honestly, just had a better day from their team. Mikal Bridges with 8, 6, and 4, but here's where it becomes special. Off the bench, Cameron Johnson with 22 points and 10 rebounds, as well as JaVale McGee and Cameron Payne with 10 for themselves. Chris Paul has a 9 and 10 day, and Devin Booker with 17 and 4, as well as DeAndre Ayton with 21, 8, and 1 for himself. As Michael Porter Jr. is still out with an injury, but they got from pretty good days from Markieff Morris and Will Barton, both putting up a 10 piece. As Eric Gordon had a 16 and 10 day, and Josh Green had a 10-point game for himself, as the Suns win 126-97 for themselves, as they had a pretty good game for the Suns, as they had a much better field goal percentage, better free throw, better field goal, the same turnovers, but more rebounds and more assists, which was the big one, and that's why they won. All right, that will do it for our NBA recap today. Now we're going to talk about the big things from the night. Ball, Zach are good, as DeRozan has been turning into one of the league's best players recently, as well as Zach LaVine, who was just a dunker before and now is turning into an actual star. Pascal Siakam is looking like his old self, and Stephen Curry shows that he doesn't need him to put up a 50-piece every night for the Warriors to win, as he can get some help from his teammates. The Clippers are an actual pretty good team, and Paul George is looking like his Pacers self. The Lakers are still a good team, but need some work, as Russell Westbrook did have a pretty good day for himself too. And finally, the Suns can relax because they are cruising right now through the West. That will do it for our NBA recap. If you like this, like, subscribe, and comment if you have any suggestions. See you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye.